We've got two heavyweights in today's toe-to-toe, and it's safe to say you're not going to want to miss it. So in this toe-to-toe, we're taking it step by step because we've got a new kid on the block. Get it? Good at this. In the outfit of the Caley 01T, now that's up against a multi-generational, multi-material, multi-talented, not you muppet, TaylorMade P790, an iron that most of us are aware of. It either oozes class. And one thing's for sure, the TaylorMade P790 for me has to prove nothing. But there's one category that it might just lose this battle. Yeah, pricing. The TaylorMade P790, 40 pitching wedge. The Caley 01T, 40 pitching wedge. It's a big difference. These two heavyweights go together, toe to toe, head to head, in a few different categories to find out which one is in fact the toe to toe champion. Is that all we've got? Categories are looks, sound and feel, and the third one, the all-important. How far can you whack it, mate? Performance. So as the looks and sound and feel categories are really personal preference, you guys get involved. It's very much interactive. There's really no winner. Just comment down below your preference. It's really all down to performance at the end of the day. So visuals, and it's a tough one. From a shelf appeal, very similar. I like the Caley because it's very clean. As you can see, they're a very minimalistic approach, just a few logos, but overall extremely clean. As for the P790, also very clean. A few visual extras like the mirrored section. A lot more visible technology as well in the P790. That's the Caley, but missing the slots. Then we stand at address, and it's two very different stories. They look like two different categories of irons, I'll be honest. Very similar in looks from a shelf appeal, but as soon as we get down to the ball, that's where things change. It almost looks like two different categories of irons. We've got the P790 on the left, and we've got the 01T on the right. The P790, much larger head profile, slightly thicker top line, slightly rounder, and I feel like the 01T is much more refined, a little bit sharper, especially towards the toe section. But yeah, from a blade length perspective, the P790 is much bigger. This is a tough one. I'd have to vote probably out of these two this year. I think the P790 has probably gone that little bit too much. I'm not sure how I feel about this little stripe down the middle. It's still a very attractive iron, but you know me, I do like the simple, clean vibe. So I'm gonna go Caley with that, but comment down below your thoughts. Now it's time for sound and feel, a category we put together because sound does have a big influence on what you do actually feel. We have an A and we have a B box, and you're going to decide which one you like the sound of. Obviously both are a secret until you picked it and I reveal at the end. Ready? Now I hope the mic picked both of those up because I've got to admit the sound difference is ridiculous. If you pick box A, you pick the Caley 01T. If you pick box B, you pick the TaylorMade P790. The Caley sound was a bit more muted compared to that of the P790, which sounded very powerful, very loud, much louder than that of the Caley. And obviously these are both players' distance irons, so you do want that oomph, but again, some people might prefer that muted sound. So two very different sides of this. I'll have to look in the comment section to see what you guys put, because I'm on the fence with this one. So before we get to the performance finale, like Disneyland, I would just like to quickly go through a few tech and spec comparisons to see what you get bang for buck. So both are hollow body design, both players distance irons. One thing's for sure, it's certainly a foam party. Yes, it is aero foam with the Caley 01T versus speed foam of the P790. I think it's no surprise that head for head in terms of tech, the Caley is a little under-armoured for this fight. Not that that matters, it's the ultimate David and Goliath tale, isn't it? I mean, Maximus Decimus Meridius was under-armoured. Well, he died though, didn't he? awkward. Spoiler, actually. If you haven't seen Gladiator by now, shame. But yes, this is a tech list that's heavily weighed on one side, which could be a positive, could also be a negative. Natural sometimes is good, a natural construction, less faffing around internally, where that could be the benefit of the Caley compared to that of the Terminator Golf Club of the P790. Right, time to whack some. So the newcomer is up first in the shape of the 01T. I have warmed up, so let's go. Oh, it's a lovely feel. It really is. So we're not smashing these miles, these are just a swing that I can hopefully replicate. That's it, done, see ya. Wow. That was a bit more on the old heel, but the forgiveness factor is working for me. So it is a really good feel. You can never take that away from this. I don't want any more out of the feel. Honestly, I don't. This gives me everything that I would ever want. Love that. I wasn't going to show you this yet, but you need to see this dispersion pattern. That is absolutely mad, you know. A bit of dispersion front and back though there, but that's something we can look at obviously later. This is just purely strikes. I might have to get rid of a few here to make it fair. Okay, P790. Wow. It's almost like, right, step aside, dad is home. The power difference feeling is crazy. Is it though? Is it actually more powerful is the question. Bad swing. That wasn't. I do feel a bit more confident in the hands of this because it just seems bigger. But players might want smaller, which is also fine, you see. The idea is, it really does depend. It's two irons, very different in the same category. That's just proven to me whichever iron I'd be given, I'd be happy with. There are a few things here that are quite surprising that we need to look at, and this is one. So from horizontal dispersion, it's unbelievable, the Caley, that was outstanding. Vertically, maybe a few more issues with hot spots. So we've got a few pushing towards the 200 and then a few less here that, you know, I felt like I hit okay, but I didn't have to do that with the P790. We've got this spread. Now we go to the P790. Dispersion pretty similar, actually a lot on the exact same path as before, probably not much in that, but look at the horizontal dispersion there, exact same distance, and I hit it all over the face, so consistent, quite amazing really. This is our personal time, give us a hug, come on. Oh, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, it is December, nearly Christmas, alright. So numbers wise, Caley, we carried it 185, that's really the number I care about, compared to the P790, which was 190 for me. So again, in terms of numbers as well, I think the Caley had a few shorter, a few longer. The P790 were all about the 190 mark, which is quite impressive, especially with the swing. That was probably my 70%, so some crazy distances there. But what we're going to understand is I'm not a robot. Club head speed was slightly faster with the P790, consequently ball speed, and also the smash factor was slightly up as well. But I feel that the output was better with the ball speed with the P790. Spin rate's minimal between the two, both very impressive for this sort of design. People still get scared about having stronger loss, but when they realise that this is good for you, you know, like this weighting system we've got, stronger loss, we can counter that, and we're going to get more distance. But again, it's going to fly like the number it should. If we've got a 7 iron and it's got a 5 iron loft and it's flying like a 5 iron, that's when we've got problems. But a toe-to-toe that I bloody loved. I think performance-wise, I'm going to have to give it to the P790. But then you look at the pricing, and it's like, well, yeah. For me, P790s are more polished, and it will be. It's multi-generational. They've learnt a lot. for me, it's the OG in this class. Whether you like that or not, it's my opinion. I think no one's done it like a P790. It's arguably the best iron that's ever been made, to be honest with you. And it was always, Caley's always got it tough. Well, that was fun. It was wonderful to be able to do a toe-to-toe again. We don't do enough comparisons, which is going to change in 2024. So, like a kid's disco DJ, I'm taking requests. No Bob the Builder. But any toe-to-toe requests you've got in the comment section, stick them down. If we've got some good ones, I'll even dedicate the episode to you. So, yes, wonderful. Great to see two Titans. Caley is just, I mean, value for money. I don't know. It's got to be up there. Obviously, I know another iron, another brand that are very competitive in that space. But until we hit those. I think what we've learned from this is the P790 is proven. It's like a dog at Crufts. I don't know if the US know what Crufts is. It's a dog show, and dogs got more Anyway guys, thanks for watching. I do really appreciate it. If I don't, big year for us next year. Would love for you to be a part of it. Hit the subscribe button, all notifications on the bell, and I'll see you very soon. Bye!